nobody swimming this river but Bert and I are sure trying to fish. Yeah, we were chilling on the bank and just burping and being careful of what we wished. When just then Bert noticed there's a boy floating down in a heck of a tight little stitch. But we had no rope to throw him and no ball to hook on the hitch. He was wearing his wetsuit and bobbing in the water, grasping for a big old rock, as the current around him was doing its best to keep him off of that natural dock. Yeah, nobody's swimming this river except for this kid who was out and about. We realized right away that boy's in trouble, so we gave him a wave and a shout. He made it onto the rock, oh yeah, and he stood up straight, and collected his thoughts about the situation, reluctant to meet his fate. Yeah, nobody's swimming this river, especially now that the kid is upright, taking a break on his little black island and preparing for another fight. Yeah, he must have been floating on something before, but there was no sign of any kind of boat anymore. Just then he dove in and made the other side clear as we cracked another Rainier. He made it onto the shore, oh yeah, and started walking up the hill. Bert said he felt sort of bad for the guy, but honestly I kinda envied his thrill. An engine loves to run, a door loves to swing. Rocks get best late in the spring. A radio loves the air and sends it through our minds. The morning squirrel loves to laugh above the pull behinds. Where I've seen a man who does his walk all alone and doesn't talk. Where the trailers love to park, he's walking after dark. I should have told no one where it is I live, for when there is no sound, the silence starts to give. I learned it first in the car with Claire, just pen and paper and a stare. Without the fight, her mind will write on a drive from there to there. The song was sad and meant to mourn the recent theft of a family horn. Her sax was gone, so on that ride, the only music was from inside. down above the baked lake. It's so blue you gotta do a little swim take. That rope swings Lake County things into a splash crash. It gets so dry it's hard to figure out a plant's chance. Right down past the lodge across the phony 20. It's the first of the month, so Terry has his beer money. Ain't hydrilla on my truck, just old Manila. Parked in line by pole behind a mobile villa. Just a smoker, never seen him with a lip dip. They're charging Terry extra for his nondescript ship. So him and Val just parked their boat down on discreet street. If management said it's snowing, you could bet it is at best sleet. For 4 years they'd never been charged before. I hear 'em bitch about it every single time they open up my door. In the soil they sail. Turns out 3 of Zach's were male. But in the dirt below heat summers boil, the rest are sailing in the soil. For it's down there in that brown where the femininominous prevail. Root ball, pussy lover, pushy shovers, pulling, growing into their felt pot clothes, dotting fills in the hills of Jerusalem's gravy. 3 trucks and a van. 3 trucks and a van. I'm a single man no woman ever understands. The 3 trucks or the van. Green plants on some land. Green plants on some land. Got a neighbor who's got 48 or 52 green plants on some land. The dog comes on command. The dog comes on command. You can let him out, and after wondering all about, he comes back on command. Jerry was the man. Jerry was the man. When he came back to, the Lord was shaking on his hand, saying, Jerry, you're the man. Way up high there in the hills above the grapescape, helicopter straight appears above the green gate. 2 dudes hanging on a rope from out the chopper. Shades and helmets were the sign of a disaster. Started running across the hill and cussing summer. As I fled, the trees became such blurry lumber. Hoping to God those county cutters wouldn't fuck with my 73 highboy Ford brown and white truck. It was parked by where their flat became a hover, a hiding place I needed badly to discover. A downed old bay leaf branch under which I could chill was okay till they buzzed right back with 2 more for the hill. But this time they dropped him off the rope a little lower on that hillside where they seen the blondie grower. my broken branch he cut, all buried in leaves from top of head down to my butt. Staying hidden, wondering what I will mention when that switchback filled with sounds of Rhino's friendly engine. An itchy hiker's what I was, you know, because the coast was clear of all that helicopter buzz. Then heard good voices shout from over near my truck, so I thought, hey, maybe we weren't in too bad of luck. Pulling dry moss in from my hair, the leaves were shook as I met my bosses with a holy shit look. They said that the county keeps tabs on which gardens ain't got no structure. Then they chow down on hash browns at Judy's Juncture. Keep that coffee flowing, sit there with the paper. Shook my head as I read the part about our growing neighbor. So much labor goes into every puff, but that Lake County acts as if it's seen enough. Then I had to charge my old phone, looking for some trim work all out on my own. And Dunsmuir had no reception, so I asked Renee if I could make a call. She agreed, and sure enough found some work till the end of fall. I knew right away I'd be up for a stay there in Southern Oregon. Ever since I started working down in Cali, you know, I fell in love with the sun. But I had to leave my old farm. Taillights broken, so I signaled with my arm. My friends asked where I was going. I sat back up to near where I was born. Then I pulled out the driveway and gave them 2 honks from my horn.
That was kind of the dividing place for the wagon.
Yeah, and then a lot of people that were going to California went through Oregon and came down that way because they were afraid of it. It was written to an earlier song called Range of the Buffalo, and the tune. And of course the author is anonymous because it was obvious he was one of the gang or very, very closely connected.